On the Rock ha llegado hasta acá al Hotel Four Points en Santiago de Chile para entrevistar a una auténtica leyenda viviente del mejor rock and roll de todos los tiempos. Es un privilegio, es un honor tener en nuestro programa al grande, al ícono del rock and roll, Mark Farner. Mark, welcome to On the Rock.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Privilege to have you here one more time in Santiago.
Yes.
And how are you feeling? How's the tour going so far?
It's going really good. I'm feeling high on the vibration of love in Chile.
Right.
Yeah. And was at the radio station today that people are geeked. And when I got off the air and went to get down, go to the car, there was a lot of people outside. They heard on the radio and they came because they brought a CD or something for me to sign or just give a hug, you know. So much love.
How important is that feedback to you?
It's very important. It's essential. It is essential that because I know, you know, I give a lot. When I get on stage, I'm in that mode. I give a lot, you know. I want to. And so when it's given back to me like this, it feeds that. And I don't run out of energy. I don't run out of the power because people know me. They know who I am. I am who my songs say I am. You know. And so this is what they love. And then when the reality of a hug or something, you know, sign a simple little thing, it just, you know, it makes for that person. But for me, to give like this, it's so small, but I am giving, you know, and it's a giving, loving mood.
Do you use that energy and power to create music?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That
and
feeds you
yes.
to create.
Yeah, and it takes you beyond what you've heard, that power. It puts you in touch with the music in your heart, in your soul. You know, that's where my music comes from. It didn't come from listening to it over here or there. I had to go here for it. And because that's where it comes from,
Yes.
people that embrace the music, they're getting it. And they can't help but give it back to me because it is that innocence. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want anything but to communicate that message.
Perfect.
And you know, with the talent that the Creator gave me, it's a talent.
Yes.
But I use it to glorify love.
We're gonna have a good time, yeah. Give me all the
how did you find music? Where did you find music?
Well, my mother's side of the family moved to Michigan from Arkansas, from Leachville, Arkansas. And my grandpa Cotton, my Uncle Woody, Uncle Brian, like everybody came from Arkansas, and they brought their families to work in the auto factories. Many people, you know, from all over the United States came to Michigan to make cars and to have high-paying jobs. But when the auto factories moved out, the people are still there. There's still the diversity of people made Michigan one of the music capitals of the United States. There's more music that has come out of Michigan than any other state.
Okay, let's talk about your musical influences. Which was your first record you bought?
The first record I bought was Jailhouse Rock, Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley, okay.
Because I saw the movie.
Oh yeah.
And he was rocking.
He was rocking.
You know, and I said, man, I want to do that. I want to do that.
Well, probably there's a lot of bands and musicians that saw you play and thought the same thing and followed that pattern in life, music, of rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, a long time ago, you were involved. You worked with a guy named Terry Knight. What are your memories about working with him?
That he was a very talented individual, not musically, but a salesperson.
Yeah, a great producer.
Yeah, he had a different sound. He was after a different sound.
Yes.
And with the mega bass, Mel Shocker, you know, the guitar was eating itself. You know,
Yes.
And then this is what he was after, and it worked. You know, and on stage, it was easy to reproduce because Mel walked up to his amp and all the knobs, he just go, everything on.
Perfect. Organic sound, you know, of three guys that got together, that blend, you know, and started to create this endless, you know, and lifetime music.
Yeah.
How does it feel to create something that's larger than life?
It's like pinch me, you know, is this real life? Because sometimes when I'm there and there's throngs of people and they, you know, they're there to see me. They're, you know, they want an autograph. They want to touch. They want to just a picture. It's just, you know, it's because that was bigger than life.
Yes.
You know, to them, and I, without allowing my head to swell, I give thanks, you know, to God for the relationship because they know that's real love coming from that music. There's no phony. It's real.
Yes. How would you describe the musical chemistry you had with Don and Mel?
We were the three amigos.
Three friends. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you still friends?
No.
Not anymore?
They don't want to be.
They don't want to be friends.
They don't want to be friends. Don has unforgiveness in his heart for me, and they try to make my life harder. Even though I'm at a point with, you know, with my son and everything, I don't need life to be harder, but they are trying to make my life harder. They are attempting to make it harder, but I won't let them because that's evil. And people who hold other people in debt and try to impose their will upon them, those are bad people.
Yeah.
Anyone imposing their will, like this, bad people.
That bring you down.
Yeah. So I can't, and the only way I could get away from that was I had to forgive them. And as soon as I made my mind up, Gustavo, when I said, I'm going to forgive them, my heart went. A new breath of life came in. And it gave me...
So you're in peace with that decision?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Perfect. From all the Grand Funk albums, which one interprets better the soul and inspiration of Mark Farner today?
Closer to home.
Closer to home. I'm your captain.
I'm your captain, yes.
You wrote I'm your captain, I believe, one morning, something like that, like when the sun
middle
was,
of the night.
in the middle of the night.
Yes,
yeah.
I prayed to God.
That's inspiration. Yeah, that's
Please give
magic.
me a song that will reach the hearts of people you want to reach.
And you accomplished it so well.
But I didn't know it was a song when I got up. I just wrote, because I write all the time. I write poems, or if something comes to me, I have to write it down. It might be something, it might not, but I can't let it go by. And so I got up 3 o'clock in the morning. I write the song, not knowing it's a song. And then when I got up in the morning, I went out in the kitchen. I made my cup of coffee and my flat top. I had a George Washburn, a nice American Washburn, and started and I said, this. And then I said, hey, maybe that is words to a song. I went and I got my tablet, set it there, and I started playing the music. It just came. Those chords, they just came. I didn't have to search for them.
Think much about it.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Same way with Mean Mistreater. I sat down. I never heard this song. I sat down. I started playing this song. The first, I bought a new piano, and when the guys who delivered this piano, Fender Rhodes, they left, and I went up into that room, I turned that reverb on, and that treble, my hands went to those keys, and it was just, wow, I hope I can remember this. It's so good.
How does Mark Farner defines rock and roll?
Rock and roll is American freedom in song.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's a demonstration of freedom of the heart to sing about the things that reside there. In the world today, you don't get a lot of that. You get a lot of hatred, you get a lot of mean, you get a lot of ugly words. And it's not that those people are intending to be there. It's just this is how they turned out after listening to all the BS that comes off of mainstream in the United States. Since it changed ownership in 1995, it's gone down, down, down. The quality of radio has diminished. There is no personality. It's sterile. It's sterile. There's no mojo.
For you, what would be kind of like the concept behind being an American band in a country, you know, where the values, you know, are, you know, like being free to yourself, to the community, you know? And do you observe that emotion or commitment in other bands?
Not so much in other bands, only a few that I know personally of brothers who come to me and say, they're fans. They say, like you have told me, we love your music because it spoke to my heart. It said real words and helped me through a tough part of my life. It helped me get past hard drugs or whatever it is that they...
It's not fiction.
Yes.
It talks about what's going on here inside.
Exactly.
We were talking about that before the interview, what's going on in your heart.
Yes, yes. And with other musicians, they don't, unless they have the revelation, they're doing it just kind of because the other person did or the ones before them, and they look cool, so now I'm going to look cool, and so it's kind of that ego thing is, you know, it's all tied up. But the ones that do have a soul connection, my friend in Pennsylvania, Paul Zopetin, he's got a band that it's like a protest band. It's against all these things that the government's doing, but they talk about it.
Yeah.
But they're not going to get any airplay. Mainstream won't play that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But they don't care because their audiences show up, and there's thousands. And they're on the same wavelength. They want this love. They want this truth. They want the evil to be exposed so that their children don't have to be fooled by it, you know. It's like the Who.
Yeah.
We won't be fooled again.
Yeah, well,
you know, meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
What a great band they were.
Oh man, yeah.
Big band.
Yeah.
Tell me, in one word for you, the road, touring, you know, still doing it so good. You look very good. You're in shape. You're still rocking. You're still doing it there on stage. You know, that's, you know, amazing. Yeah, one word.
Life.
life. I was thinking about gift. It's kind of like the same though. Life is a gift.
Yes,
You know?
if you embrace it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to thank you very much for your time.
It is my pleasure.
Good luck. And we have something here. This is a special gift for you, from our humble TV program, show, or whatever.
Thank you, brother.
Called On the Rock.
On the rock.
It's a very good wine. I hope you enjoy it. Estamos despidiendo entonces la edición de On The Rock, justo por supuesto a un maestro, una eminencia, una leyenda viviente del rock and roll de todos los tiempos como es Mark Farner. Nos vemos en otra oportunidad. Muchas gracias.
On the rock.
Rock on the rock. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is a great picture.
This is up above Hollywood.
Hollywood, okay.
And there's a park up there. And this cave back here, it went in about 100 feet and then turned and went down like this in about a quarter of a mile. And it's all kind of dark in there except for at the opening. So it was so hot. In between, this is back when they had film, 35 millimeter film.
Okay.
So the guys would change the camera, put the film in there, and Mel and I and Doc went inside the cave where there's no sun and it's cooler. Well, Mel's standing there with this thing over his shoulder like this. He's smoking a cigarette, and we hear these voices. There's some kids coming up the cave, and they don't know. You're naked. And when they came around the corner, and they looked at us, and Mel went, ah. And the kid was, Mom. He's coming running away. That was so fun.
It's a great picture. Great.
Yeah.